This is Zig Zag Stitch. You may also see it referred to as Chevron Stitch or possibly even Afghan Stitch. There are several variations on this stitch pattern, and they all produce a fabric that looks something like this. For this little sample, I am working on a multiple of 14 stitches plus 2, so I have 30 stitches on size 6 needles. And the yarn that I'm using is Lily Sugar and Cream. This is a 4-row repeat. You work 4 rows in one color and then switch, work 4 rows again in a different color. I'm just using 2 colors, as you can see. You could use more than 2 if you like, it's up to you. The first row and the third row are just purl rows, so I'm not going to show you those. Rows 2 and 4 are exactly the same, so that is what I'm going to show you in this video. And row 2 and 4 are worked like this. You're just going to knit the first stitch, and then you're going to increase into the next stitch by knitting into the front and back. And then you're going to knit 4, and then you're going to slip, slip, knit. And the way I like to do it, instead of slipping both stitches knitwise, I like to slip the first one knitwise and the second one purlwise, and then knit them together. You can do it whichever way you prefer. And then you're going to knit 2 together, and then knit 4, and then you're going to repeat from this point until you get to your last 2 stitches. You're going to increase into the next 2 stitches by knitting into the front and back of them, just like you did before. So knitting into the front, knitting into the back, and again into the front and into the back. And then you're going to knit 4, then you're going to slip, slip, knit again, and then you're going to knit 2 together, and then knit 4, if you're working with more stitches, you would start again from where you're increasing into the next 2 stitches, but I am at the end of my row, my last 2 stitches, so I'm just going to increase in the next to last stitch and then knit the last stitch of the row. So you would just continue with those 4 rows, changing colors as often as you like. You're also not limited to doing this in stockinette stitch. You can do it in garter stitch like I did here. This is also Lily cotton yarn that I did in garter stitch. And instead of doing the slip, slip, knit, I did my decrease as a slip 1, knit 1, pass the slip stitch over. So you can experiment with decreases if you like. And then this little sample that I did here, also in Lily Sugar and Cream, I replaced my knitting into the front and back of the stitches with yarn overs. So you can play around with the stitch and find whichever method you like and use as many colors as you like.